feel like a slice of butter melting on top of a big old pile of flapjacks.
Play the victim and you will be the victim.
Very good, Frank. Very impressive. Ultimate punch!
What's up? What's
Oh! You hit the soft part of my belly.
You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker! How you like me now, huh? You are, because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Ask yourself, why has he got his hat pulled down like that? He's fuck ugly.
Frenches instead. Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't like this.
Power of Christ compels you!
Oh, does it? Does it compel me?
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty.
I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Yeah, he's got an egg, you might...
Hello, everybody. May I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? Got a new background. I think it looks cool. How's everybody doing? Sneaky, Leia. What's up? Like I said, trying to keep the schedule for the live streams, at least as far as having them. So Thursday, it's the rundown. I'll do my best to do it every week. I've been on a hot streak since 2020, or since the start of 2026, but it's only been, 2 weeks? So that's not really saying much. But regardless, you know how it goes. I'm going to talk about toy news, pre-orders, all that kind of stuff that popped up after I made the thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. So, hey everybody, howdy. And yeah, one time I farted an entire plum. An entire plum? How does one do that, Spaded One McDysentery? How does that happen? Did you eat the plum and not digest it? Or like, CJ, how's it going? Thank you so much for that executioner leg. I need 3 more pieces, y'all. So if you have the right leg, the right arm, and the head for executioner bath, and you don't need them, hit me up because I need them. If you're not planning on building that bath, please let me know because I really would like to finish executioner without buying all those crappy figures. So like if you want compensation, we can work that out. If you just want to send it to me, that's great too. But either way, I can cover shipping, whatever you want. So hit me up, executioner bath. I want to finish that. 23 watching. Make sure you smash that like button. I've realized I don't say that enough, like on my videos or on stream. I'm going to try to start saying it before and after. But if you're popping by, if you like what you see, just smash the like button so that YouTube puts me in your algorithm. And if you like what you see even more, subscribe because oh God, y'all. Let me bring that up real quick. We're so close. Before I get into everything, let me bring that up because we're so close to 4K. We're so close to 4K. I've been really like pushing the content and the shorts and all that stuff, but like getting subscribers from shorts is not ideal for me because that does not like the full scope of my content. That is not a full what's the word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but like, it's quick and easy to get subscribers that way if you do a bunch of shorts and just do it that way. But they don't get to know the genuine me, how I really feel. Guess what? I think I just hit another milestone on that. So let me see real quick. Bring this up. YouTube Studio. I just realized I have a Mezco mask. Right? You can see more of my figures other than Marvel Legends because I'm trying to diversify. It feels like I've become a Marvel Legends channel unintentionally just because that's what's more accessible price-wise, and that's where my primary interests are focused. But I am going to try to get more varied figures this year. I did have some good non-Marvel Legends figures this year, like the Mezco Ghostface, which I completely forgot came out this year. All right, so yeah, we just hit another milestone. So we just hit 3960. So we're 40 subscribers away from giving away the Moff X Spider-Man. 40 away. It's been a long time. It's been like 9 months since I put up that video announcing the giveaway. That's partially my fault, not remaining consistent with live streams and content and all that. Well, there's always a video on Tuesday, but like I've been slacking. I've been like, I need to do more. I'm planning on doing more this year, making more types of toy related content like band figures and stuff like that. And I keep saying that, but I'm going to do it. I have my whole toy room now to sit there and film. I can bring in the teleprompter that I have to actually read off the script while not like looking over at a screen or whatever. It'll be directly in front of me, write the script, do all that stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. 39.60, 40 away. All right. So with that out of the way, let's talk some toy news. Let me see. I'm gonna try to make this. How does it look on vertical? By the way, hello, vertical watchers. Don't know how many of you there are, but hello. Hi. I see you. All right. So what are we gonna talk about first? I guess we can talk about these first. So we got some new pre-orders for Black Series. They just dropped as pre-orders today. They were live stream was what, Saturday, something like that. I think it was this weekend. I don't know what day it was, but I didn't do a video reacting to it because I was just like, you know what? That's what Thursdays are for. It's for toy news. It's for toy reactions, all that stuff. So Black Series coming with the hot heat as far as aliens. And I feel like we haven't gotten enough alien creatures lately and like in the Star Wars Black Series. So I don't have any of these pre-ordered because I don't have Anakin or Padme from Phantom Menace, so I don't really need Watto if I don't have Anakin or Sebulba. So I do plan on getting those eventually. And then I'll get Watto because I don't know if it's a deluxe figure. I think it's just a regular price figure. That's what Big Ben Toy Store's for. I'll check it. Sorry. Got a little carbonation. I can finally own a Boba Fett Star Cruiser Master action figure. I forget, that's their sonic weapon, right? That's what that is, their diarrhea gun. Geonosian Warrior. So kind of an army builder. A very different army builder than we usually get from Black Series, because usually it's stormtroopers. And I feel like they're going to use this body to make the Geonosian leader, with the beard, he goes, that's how they talk. It's like clicky gurgles. We get a flight stand. I don't know if these flight stands are new, but they look like they work well. I don't know. It looks like it's got some stability because of the taper and then it being wider at the base. Wink. Wider at the base. Sorry. The places my brain goes. But, you get the open wings for him flying. And then you also get, does this work? This works. There, I don't have to look over. You also get the closed down wings. Or maybe, I think they're different. And they're also different textured so that you can swap. Let me see how many variations you could do. So you could have, the clear wings on the top and the colored wings on the bottom, or swap around. So you can get some different variations. You get like 4 of these and have different wings. So they're all kind of distinguishable, which is pretty cool. I think that's a good way to do it, including those extra wings. Because, either way, you can have them like they're flying. They don't have to be. I know that's supposed to be like a motion blur thing, but, I think it's a cool set. I'm not pre-ordering any of this stuff. I'm deciding that I'm going to pre-order less because whenever shit hits my Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot, I can mostly not get it. And I don't want to disappoint myself like that. So I'm just going to wait, especially with stuff like Black Series that doesn't usually sell out unless it's a hot heat character. I know not all figures will get this treatment, unfortunately. Yeah, and I think this is a regular, you know what, screw that for now. Because these guys are up for pre-order, we'll go to Big Bad Toy Store really quick. I want to see. Okay, so they're all $27.99. These 3. The other one that they announced is not. So that's good. The amount you get for $27.99, this is what Black Series should have been doing the whole time as pertaining to that quote from Leia. Black Series should have been adding a bunch of accessories because they've been lacking accessories for a very long time. In an alternate reality or whatever, I don't know. They would be marking this as deluxe and be like, well, it's got the wings in the stand and it's deluxe. Then we get what is her name? Tonway from Camino, one of the Camino cloner people who is also in the Bad Batch, I believe. Um, Kaminoans. And the funny thing about Kaminoans is like this is not what they originally look like. You know how they clone and stuff? So they manipulated their own genetics over time to look like this to adapt to their world because Kamino wasn't always covered in water. I believe. I think there was like something that happened and they were like, oh, we have to adapt. So they changed their bodies and elongated and probably gave themselves gills and all kinds of stuff. So the Kaminoans, that's not what they originally looked like. I don't think we know what they originally looked like. The tall, gangly alien. The only thing I worry about her is how she'll stand up. Also, it's easy for me to not get this one either because, oh, no, Nala Say was the Kaminoan. Okay, I was wrong. But I'm sure they will use this body to make many Kaminoans and be like, well, now you have them all. You have to get them all, right? She does look cool. Hey, Naps, very gangly. I feel like she may fall over a lot. What am I doing? I can do it this way. But I am glad to see more aliens in the Black Series. I feel like that's something that's been sorely lacking for a long time. And she only comes with the data pad, so it's not like, yeah, it's not like she's stacked with accessories, but she's bigger. So I'm glad that they're keeping all three of these in the $27.99 price range. Not that I'm glad that figures cost $27.99 now, but it is nice to not slap a deluxe on it because it comes with a couple more accessories or it's a little bit bigger. I do appreciate that. And then we have Watto. This 3.75 Kaminoan stood up on their own really well. That's good to know. You know, the thing about Hasbro is like as time goes on, it seems like some of their joints either get way too stiff or way too loose depending on the release. So I just worry about her having maybe loose ankles, for instance, and then just toppling over and taking a bunch of people with her. Watto, I don't think gonna have that problem. You'll have him up on the stand flying. He comes with the dice. That is a very small accessory. Don't lose that shit. We will probably all lose that shit. I'm calling it right now. Come on. I didn't try to click out. Comes with the stand. He has his staff. He has his data pad thing, and he has the dice. We have the flying wings, and I believe there's also a set of down wings. Hey, you clean the racks and then you can go home. Yippee! Jar Jar with the pins in the legs. Well, what if the... Why did they do the scale like this? Like, why did they show Jar Jar super tiny unless he's supposed to be in the background? That's really weird. Cool figure. Yeah, we get the flying wings and the non-flying wings, which I appreciate it, Hasbro. I'm not going to hate on this. I'm really not. $27.99, still a shitty price, still too much, but at least they're packing more into these packages. And he's also a smaller figure, so there's no way you can justify charging $35 for that. So $27.99, it's the price we're going to get at this point. I'll take it. Not going to pre-order any of them. I think I had a McDonald's toy Watto as a kid. I know I definitely had some stuff. When episode 1 came out, Taco Bell had a tie-in with them. Oh, and the weird thing about Watto is he's marketed as Attack of the Clones, which this is not Attack of the Clones Watto. Attack of the Clones Watto had the hat, he had the stubble, he had a different outfit. So I don't know why the hell they made this, unless this is just a packaging error and they're going to fix it. I don't know why the hell they labeled this Attack of the Clones. It makes no sense. Woody, what's going on? Black Series killed this wave, in my opinion. I agree with you, Woody. I do. This is good. It's a good price for the amount of accessories, except for that Kaminoan. She's just got the data pad, but she's taller, so that's standard for Black Series. I like I said, more aliens, more off the wall characters. We've got all the main characters at this point. Every single main character that we've needed an update for, we've got now. We got Anakin, we got Obi-Wan, we got the New Hope crew. The only other ones that we probably would need is like photo real stuff from the sequels, but we all know that ain't gonna happen. And that's okay. I don't really want to buy more sequel figures unless it's like Poe and Finn from Rise of Skywalker. That's the name of the movie. I can't even remember that shit. I would like photo real of them, and I would like a photo real Ben Solo. So good to see you, Woody. I agree with you. It's a strong wave for sure. Where is Starkiller? I thought they had Starkiller on here. All right, let me find Star Killer because there we go. This is just the live stream update because they don't have solicitations for Star Killer yet because he's not going up for pre-order yet. He wasn't up today, but we get Lord Star Killer. He comes with how many lightsabers? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does he come with 6 or 5 lightsabers? Hopefully it's not like last year when they started out hot and then just cooled the hell off. Yeah, but they did like Savajo Press. That was a fantastic figure. That was way earlier in the year. And then we got a bunch of Jedi. But I really do think that Obi-Wan and Anakin were some of the best Black Series figures that we got. They're just plain compared to the SDC set, which came with all those accessories. But I love both those figures. Those updates were so needed. And yeah, I hope they hit the ground running. And this is the thing about Black Series that Marvel Legends should take a hint from. So a Black Series wave is like 3 to 4 figures. When you get a Marvel Legends wave, if it's a BAF wave or like a standard release wave, you get like 6. If Hasbro decided to scale back the Legends release amount just a little bit, they could put more money into tooling for the Legends. They could put more time in between, I think, because Black Series drops were nowhere near as frequent as Marvel Legends. Last year, it was a new Marvel Legends pre-order coming in like every 2 weeks, every 2.5 weeks, something like that. It was ridiculous. They would announce it, be like, it's coming out in September, and you would get it in like May. So I think that if Hasbro really buckled down, stuck to a tighter release schedule with fewer figures in a wave and overall, because there as good as Legends was last year, there was some shit releases, and I really want to enjoy every figure that I get, not be disappointed by the figures that I get. That's hard-earned money. That's the $30 down the drain if the figure sucks. But this Star Killer looks like he's gonna be dope as hell. I love the Force Unleashed. I would love to see Sam Witwer show up in Ahsoka season 2 as Star Killer, just to kind of fulfill that canonization of Star Killer. He can be like, yeah, I was Vader's apprentice too. I was bad and then I turned good. Or they could leave him bad. I don't care. You know, it's cool. He could have gotten like stranded on another planet or something. But you can see he's got lots of detail on there. We got, you know, brand new sculpt. He's got those clawed fingers that he got as a skin. If I think if you turn to the dark side in the first game, unless this is from the second game, but there's alternate skins in Force Unleashed, and this is one of them. Very cool. 6 freaking red bladed lightsabers. That is also a lightsaber accessory pack. So that's pretty cool. If you have different colored blades, you have new hilts. So, but I think he like wears them all around his waist because he's a Jedi hunter. He's taking all their lightsabers and apparently bleeding every single crystal that he gets. Because Starkiller is a very emo dude. Pre-order February 4th. Okay, so the pre-order is next month. And I see the open hands there that you said, Leia. They just didn't show him off in. They didn't really show him off in these. He would be nerfed in the show. He'd have to be. Dude is like stronger than Vader almost in the games. Like he brought down an Imperial Star Destroyer with his 2 bare hands. 2 bare hands. Speaking of bare hands, segue. Speaking of bare hands, this went up for pre-order today. And I was kind of on the fence about this. I was like, I just need Abomination. That's all I need. But $40, that's, you know, pretty good for the size of the character and the accessories that you get with and he's a Spider-Man villain. Come on. It's right up my alley. I know. I'm an apologist sometimes. Not really. I'll give Hasbro their lumps when they deserve them. Oh, I can't do it that way. Grizzly, right? That's his name. I really dig this. Like, if you didn't even want him to be a Spider-Man villain, you just get a cool, oddly proportioned bear dude. But I do really like the way he looks. I like the little head poking out the bear mouth. We get all these gold bars. And it's really funny the guesses that people had. They're like, it's Doom, it's this, Nope, it's Grizzly. Y'all, none of us would have ever guessed that. And I think this is like the Ursa Major body. I could be mistaken. Let me know if it's not. But he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He comes with all these gold bars. Those are useful for toy photography, obviously. Have some bank robbers and Spider-Man's coming in to save the day. Not a bad price at all for $40. I do kind of need a bear. Those mythic legions one are too many. Too many of my dollars for what I need. I understand that, CJ. I really do. But he's a good looking figure. That's acceptable reuse in my opinion. I like the box. I like this really classic, the Amazing Spider-Man look. That's really cool. So yeah, Grizzly, he's up for pre-order now. All fan channels, so like Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, stuff like that. The chair and the computer are closer together now because we had to move this over so they can change the windows, which they haven't done yet. But you could recreate the bank robbery from Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. Absolutely. And that's the kind of things we like to see when we see accessories that are cool. We're like, cool. What ideas do I have? What can I do with these? Okay, so those are done. Y'all know me. I'm not the most organized person. I just kind of go with the flow. Which one should I talk about first? Let's talk about this first because I don't collect Mondo. I don't collect 1/6. But hear me out. I'm just kidding. $245. That's crazy. I did see some Thundercats growing up. Like I saw reruns and all that stuff. If this was a 1/12 figure, I may just be like one off and get what's her name? Chitara? Yeah, Chitara. I'd just be like, yeah, let me get this Chitara just because, you know. I don't know. But look at all these accessories she comes with. I mean, it's Mondo. It's 1/6. There's some QC there. There's some issues with the pricing and all that stuff as far as I'm concerned, but she does look fantastic. She looks pretty dang good. And that leads me to be like, oh, do I want this? I don't need a 1/6 Chitara figure. Where the hell would I put it? But she is very pretty. 11 inches. We get the little bear robot, koala bear robot. I vaguely remember seeing him in the show. Isn't it funny how like all those 80s cartoons had kind of like the same character as a villain? Like Mum-Ra was like Skeletor, was like Cobra Commander. They're all just like, here's my evil plans. Ah, ha, ha, ha. And just be like scary and intimidating. And they just always suck. They always lose. So it's all just a bunch of talk. She's my favorite Thundercats character. Yeah, mine too. I remember the Family Guy joke where they're talking about how many nipples she would have. Based on this picture only, too. But you never know. That's a gorgeous shot. She's a great looking figure. I'm not going to deny that. I believe she got baby. So is that baby Lion-O or is that like her and Lion-O's kid? Lion-O. Either way, it looks like Lion-O. Okay, so they did do a Mondo Lion-O, and that head sculpt is kind of crazy. Furrying intensifies. I guess that's their baby. She comes with a mirror for whatever reason. Okay, there's Lion-O with the regular head. So yeah, I guess this is their second Thundercats. I don't know. I don't keep up with Mondo, but I saw her and I was like, we can talk about her. This 11-inch baddie. I have that condition, polymastia type 6, polyphilia. I'll have to look that up, CJ, or should I not look it up? Oh, she comes with a furry face too. That's cool. I'm not furry, but that's just what it registers as with the full-on cat face. I mean, I guess they're anthropomorphic more than anything. But I don't know. Oh, this shot's cool. That's what I use for my thumbnail. She looks good. 245 though, 1/6 scale. It's a big old pass. Now, if they made a 1/12 scale, not Mondo, not they Mondo. But if like someone made a 1/12 scale Chitara that looked exactly like this, I would 100% get Chitara and Lion-O and then just be done. I'd be like, cool. Thundercats. That's my rep right there. But I did watch quite a bit of it on Cartoon Network as a kid. They were playing reruns in like the mid 90s. So I did see quite a bit of Thundercats. And my parents were like, not my parents, my grandma and my mom and my grandpa were like, you can't watch that show. That's an evil zombie skeleton mummy. And I'm like, he's the bad guy. He's supposed to be evil and scary. Well, damn, CJ. Maybe Chitara does too. But yeah, that is Chitara. Oh wait, no, there's way more pictures. There's way more. Oh, this is just all the stuff without the fancy backgrounds and photography. She's definitely. Oh, I guess they made Mumra too. Mumra. Ooh, she winking at us now. Yeah, that's definitely a good looking figure. Not one that I'm gonna buy, but I do like her a lot. Someone make that exact figure with all those accessories in 112. Okay, baby Lion-O accessory. So it is a baby Lion-O. Maybe there's an episode where he got turned into a baby. That seems like an 80s trope. What else? Okay, we had this. We had this guy to talk about. So this is obviously a recolor of Amazing Yamaguchi, and you know why they're releasing this, right? Y'all know why they're re-releasing this symbiote right now with a new head sculpt, because of CT/Mess Toys using this body frame to do the symbiote, to do Scarlet Spider, to do all this stuff. So they're like, we can't miss out on that money. We got to re-release our Spider-Man and add a new head sculpt so people want it. And normally, I would be like, no, don't buy the KO, buy this. But if you look here, where is BBTS? If you go here, what did I just do? I want to know the price. I mean, Toyak would probably tell me, but you know, $123.99. And at the same time, the other one is up for pre-order. So yeah, they're just reissuing and repainting because they don't want to miss out on that CT Toys money, which is fine. This is their mold. They made it. It's just, why would anyone want to spend $125 when they can get the exact same figure other than the color for like $30 or $40? And I also don't like how this figure is like very, very like veiny and like, which is supposed to be like the symbiote and all that stuff, but the head sculpts are completely smooth. So it's just kind of not cohesive. And that's the same with the regular coloring one. I do like the shiny purple color. That's a lot of fun. The posing, I've never had or held an Amazing Yamaguchi, so I cannot attest to the articulation. But they look like they articulate well, and they also look like they've gotten a lot better at hiding those articulation points. Some of the older ones, they move, but they're so ugly. Like they don't have seamless, like they're just very gappy and jointy and not great. This guy looks awesome. And like I said, going in on that Mess Toys hype and just being like, well, you can get the knockoff or you can get the real thing. That is smart business, regardless of you want to pay the price or not. That's how it's done. And I like using their blank for the photography. That's pretty cool. Showing off those accessories. I do like the tendrils. It's coming out the back and stuff. This thing has a weird sheen to it, but it looks pretty dope. It does, indeed. Kaiju Daddy, what's going on? How are you? Did we discuss black versus blue purple? No, but we can. Which one do you prefer? Which one is your preference? Because I actually do like this purple one, simply because I have so many black and white symbiote Spider-Man, but at the same time, the black and white look is the look of the symbiote, and that's my favorite look. That's the purple is more like Ultimate Spider-Man. Gotta get them all. Well, you're right there. You can just grab them. I'm sure they're way cheaper there than here, because that is a whole lot of scratch for these, and they're essentially the same exact figure, right? It's come with the same accessories. Yeah, same symbiote pieces. I don't think it comes with that extra symbiote head though. that the purple one does. But I don't know. I could go either way. If someone was like, pick one, and I'll get it for you, I'd be like, I don't care. Just give me one. Black looks better to me. I get that. That is the classic look. Leia likes the blue and purple. I like I said, either one, they look great. And like I said, smart for them to push this reissue now, while CT Toys / Mess Toys is jacking their sheet. But that head sculpt is pretty wicked with the like tattered eyes. I really like that look. But yeah, I don't know. I don't need more symbiote Spider-Man, to be honest. Like, I have a bunch. Now, don't get me wrong, if Legends releases the Maximum Spider-Man Buck symbiote, I'll get that. But I'm not trying to buy the KOs, and I'm not trying to spend $125 on a single figure all at once. Very rarely. I do have, but she was only 60. I do have Gold Hilder coming, so I'm really excited to get that. I just shipped her in my pile of boots. That'll be my first. Well, it came out last year, but that'll be my first like non-Marvel Legends figure that I got this year, and I'm really hyped to get my hands on that figure. That's a lot of. I think I was just going in circles with the solicitations, to be honest. But yeah, we got that. We got the regular black one coming out at the same time. What else did I have on my thumbnail? It doesn't matter. Oh, I know what I had. These are cool. These guys were cool. For $33, not a bad price. We got some more spooky, scary 1/12 skeletons. And in my opinion, you really can't have too many 1/12 skeletons, regardless of if they all match or not, because that's the thing about human bodies. We're all a little bit different. I mean, our bones are generally the same, but some are longer, some are shorter. I don't know. Oh, Ronnie, I didn't see you here. How's it going? Welcome. Good to see you. Human skeleton infernal ballet. Not now. I'm not gonna restart now. Do you know what I'm doing, computer? In the middle of a live stream. And the cool thing about these guys is they have a bunch of different colors too. Like, they got a bloody variant. I really like that one. That one's really cool. No. Yeah, okay, do it later, not now. It's really trying to restart my computer, y'all. We get black, bloody, pink, red, and I like how they're all posed differently. I thought this one was cool. That's why I was like, let me use that for my thumbnail. $33. That's pretty for the cost of like some of these skeleton figures. Like, I know the Mythic Legion one is around the same price. We have the boss fight ones that are a little bit cheaper, depending, but you know, more 1/12 skeletons, I'm all for it. They're great for dioramas, great for photography, like fighting Kratos or Gold Hilder or whatever, you know. Can't do without too many skeletons. I'm so sorry, Ronnie. I did not see you, but it's always great to have you here. I apologize. I try to get to everybody in the chat. Sometimes I start talking and I just don't see it all. These things are kind of cool, kind of wicked. I don't know. It's not really my scale or style. Like, these are kind of Motu styled Evil Dead things, but you know, that's the cool thing about the show is I'm just doing toy news. I'm just delivering new stuff that I saw that piqued my interest, whether or not I'm going to get it. And Army of Darkness, aka Evil Dead 3, great movie. And now we're getting some cool. What's up, Bobby? How's it going? I promise y'all, I will jump on the comments as soon as I see them now. I'm sorry I missed you, Ronnie. I really am. Kaiju Kitty, what's going on? Scooby-Doo villain right there. I mean, yeah, she could be. She's a little bit gross. I'm pretty sure didn't she get blown away by a shotgun at the beginning of the movie? Is that what happened? That was the witch in the well when they threw Ash down. They're like, yeah, kill him. He's evil, and throw him down there, and then he had to fight the witch. I guess she's got 2 POA. It looks like just the arms. You never saw Army of Darkness? Oh man, you gotta watch Army of Darkness. It's fantastic. Like, Evil Dead 2, aka the reboot of Evil Dead without being a reboot is the best Evil Dead movie. But Army of Darkness is great. It's way funnier. It's got a lot more humor. Say hello to my boomstick. Oh yeah. So she's cool. Then we get more than just that character. We get Mechanical Hand Ash, because he gets a replacement for the chainsaw hand in the movie. He gets essentially an armor hand made, which is cool. I guess these guys are just 2 POA, 3 POA. Their heads move, so that's cool. Nothing too special. I want to see. There's the packaging. I like the card art. That is really nice. I'm hoping that that's real art. It looks like it. But yeah, we get that version of Ash, and then of course we get the iconic version of Ash down here from the beginning of the movie. It's the beginning, yeah, because he doesn't have the mechanical hand. With the chainsaw arm and his boomstick and ripped shirt. That, if I was getting these, that would be the one that I would get, just because, you know, can't go wrong with some Ash Williams. And I'm hyped because I heard a rumor that they're doing another Evil Dead thing with Bruce Campbell, and I'm here for it. You know, that is totally. Hold on, dang it, my timing is terrible. Where is it? Because I feel like Bruce Campbell said he was retiring from acting, but if he wants to come back to play Ash, no one's going to hold it against him. Absolutely no one. So I would totally appreciate to see Bruce Campbell again. And then we have this, which I think has come out multiple times already, or it's come out in different regions, because I've seen people review this figure. And I've heard some mixed things. Like, it looks great in the solicitations and stuff, but people got a hold of it and there are like some problems. I don't quite remember exactly what was wrong with it. But it looks like Bruce Campbell. We got the chainsaw hand, we got the cuts, the torn shirt, just like that other figure. But it's also 1/6. So it's one of those things like Asmus and Inart and all these guys are popping up to compete with Hot Toys. And honestly, the more, like, I don't have any Hot Toys. I don't collect any Hot Toys. I know there's people that do, but there's a lot of issues that I've seen recently with like the way their figures are coming. Like, they can't make an accurate Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Some of the figures aren't the most articulated, and you're paying a lot of money for those. So I feel like these are around the same price. Yeah, that's around the same price. But the 1/6 game has been stepped up, and Hot Toys, that means that Hot Toys and Sideshow need to step up. Like, if you want to be the premium format for 1/6 figures, when there's third-party stuff, getting the license, not even being unlicensed, full on getting the license and making stuff that you can put next to yours and be like, wow, that might be better. You got to step your game up. That's just what you got to do as a business if you want to stay competitive. If you can't just be complacent and keep using the same body molds and keep using the same tempos and all that stuff, you have to change things up and shake up the market. Then we get the evil Ash figure, which it's funny how little he looks like Ash by the end of the movie, because he gets so fucked up. Damn it. I keep forgetting how close the chair is to the desk now. But that is supposed to be Ash. He's just all fucked up. He's got the Necronomicon. Cool cloth goods cape. That's nice that they included that. Definitely a lot of sculpt work on. Like, the thing about this is it's not my style. It's not my thing, but I can look at this and appreciate the artwork and the sculpt and the detail and the paint. And you can tell the people that made these toys love Army of Darkness or Evil Dead. And that really shines through in the way they made these figures. I think that they're great. Like, all the different colors for the hand. We got the Necronomicon, the nails painted. You know, they don't have to do that. Especially being like a smaller third, like, I don't know what else they've done. Asmus is Timo Hot Toys. So yeah, there you go. There's some problems with their stuff. But there's other things out there, like the Inart stuff. I've seen the 1/6 stuff is just mind-blowing. Like their Lord of the Rings stuff. What's up, Jeff? How's it going? How's it going? Stu! What's up, Stu? Everyone's in here. Love to see it. But on Stu entering with the jokes. Hell yeah. Stu's always got the jokes. He won't come back to play Ash. He said he was done after third season's Ash versus Evil. But I heard something recently, Kaiju. I know he said that in the past, but I heard something really recently that he was going to come back. Hot toys are not worth the money they charge. Some people appreciate that. I know Sneaky has a lot of hot toys. I know Abby has some hot toys. So it's all about, okay, so they've only made, Bloodsport, Frank Ducks. We got some wrestling stuff by these guys, and we've got some Bruce Lee and then Evil Dead. That's eclectic. That is an eclectic licensing deal they have there. Bruce Lee, wrestling, Bloodsport, is that Jean-Claude Van Damme? Hannibal Lecter. Oh, that's a pre-order too. That's cool. I know, but we were told Spawn was coming back too, and it's been decades. Your problem is believing that Todd McFarlane is going to make the Spawn movie. Money does talk, indeed. And my money ain't talking very loudly right now. My mouth is, though. I'm going off, but I can't back it up. I can't buy these toys. These Army of Dark figs can kiss my whole anus. Way overpriced. Well, that's the thing. Like, this is a smaller company, and yeah, they're overpriced, but at the same time, there's a lot of love and care put into these by the looks of it. Like the paint, even on this Hannibal Lecter, like you can see the different shadings and stuff on there. The art for something like this, if I were to buy something like this, I wouldn't take it off the card. I would just hang it on the wall. So it's more like an art piece than an action figure, especially with the limited articulation. And because they're a smaller company, I can give them a pass for charging, I think they're like 5.5-inch figures. No, 4.5-inch scale. So they're like what? Like that big? I don't know. That's the thing, Spaded One. We don't all have to like the same things. I'm not going to buy them. Do a Todd impersonation. Well, you know, I think about that is you can't just bring out the Todd. You can't just bring out the Todd. You know, you gotta buy the exclusive red platinum Todd, and you gotta buy the gold platinum Todd. And then by the time you pay for all those, then you'll get the real Todd. Just gotta pay a bunch of money and get a bunch of different variants in Zatanna. You know, people in Zatanna. So I put out Zatanna at the end of the line and put like 5 of her in stores. Like pre-order 5 figures. That's all you get. Todd McFarlane. Any chance of a Spawn animated film? I think Todd said that he's working. I'm working on a live action Spawn film. I'm gonna play Spawn. I'm gonna be Spawn. I know you may just trust the vision. You know, this is me. I do everything perfectly. It's what I do. I just watched The Silence of the Lambs last night. I ate his brain with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Gross. Okay, where was I at? Okay, I know what I was going to do next. I don't know if this is a rumor or if it's actually confirmed. I haven't sourced this yet. This is the first place I saw it, and I was like, let me put that in my pocket because I want to talk about that. Apparently the first wave of Mattel's figures, I'll just read this. This is credit to Gunverse, who posts a lot of DCU and DC related stuff. Starting in July 2026 with budget-friendly 6.5-inch scale. See? 6.5-inch. So Mattel is doing the smart thing, and they're not going the 7-inch route, the 1/10 route for the DC license. They're scaling up because the old Mattel stuff was like 6 inches, 6.5 sometimes. But now the whole line is going to be that 6.5, which is what Marvel Legends is. They say 1/12, but Legends, I think G.I. Joe's too. Those are like 1/12 by Hasbro standards, and then their Black Series and their Power Ranger stuff was actual 1/12. So, you know, they mix and match the scales too. Mattel doing the 6.5 DC stuff, that is the boss move right there. That is what they needed to do. Starting in July 2026 with budget-friendly 6.5-inch scale figures, Mattel's first wave of figures will consist of Batman, Robin, the Joker, and the Flash. So we get 4 figures in the wave. And I heard a rumor that they're going to do like a budget-friendly line, like bunch of reuse, all that stuff, and then they're going to do the WWE Ultimates thing as well and do like super jam-packed accessories that way. So hopefully these will be around $25, and that like Ultimate line, if they do that, will be like $30, $32, which is, I think that's what the Elite stuff floats around. I'm not quite sure. I like the Ultimates Elite stuff. Only one Batman? Shocking. Well, it's only wave one. They could do a Batman every wave. And I hope they don't. What I want them to do is like, yeah, do Batman, Robin, Joker, Flash. I would have preferred they did maybe one more figure with one more villain. If you're doing Flash, do someone like Captain Cold right off the bat, just to get some eclecticness into there. And then wave two, you can do Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Lex Luthor, or no Superman in wave one. That's a little shocking. So wave two definitely has to have Superman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Lex Luthor, and I guess if they're doing another hero, then Green Lantern, something like that. And I had said maybe they should do 6 in a wave, do 2 main roster heroes, 2 villains, and then 2 off the wall characters. Like, not that I want a Condiment King figure, but just like for reference, like a Condiment King and another off the wall random character after you get two heavy hitters and 2 heavy hitter villains out of the way. I think that would be fun, but what do I know? I just like to play with toys. Previous DC figures from Mattel sucked as much as McFarlane's. Yes. And that is true. That is true. I've never picked up a Mattel DC Multiverse figure and been like, yo, this is great. But I feel like in the years since Mattel has had the license, they've done a lot of soul searching, a lot of improving, a lot of holding the base as far as price goes, while still, excuse me, this is kicking my ass right now. Holding the line with the price while still making improvements. Like the WWE line started, a long time ago, and you can see the improvements. You can see where they've made, there's still some wonky articulation. There's still some bad cuts, et cetera, et cetera. That's every toy line. But I feel like if they really, they must be taking their time, because we thought that 2026 hit first quarter, Todd would lose the license and Mattel would be announcing their stuff. I'm pretty sure these are not going to come out either till the end of this year or the beginning of 2027. 2027. I don't think about that. And it's a decent, solid first wave lineup. I'm just surprised they did the Flash instead of Superman. That's a little interesting. Why doesn't Wonder Woman get more love from DC Toys? I know, right? Wonder Woman, all the female heroes, Black Canary. Did Todd even announce a Black Canary figure? I don't think so. I don't think he's done that. Ultimates are 33 to 35. And that's like a deluxe figure price. Like, well, now they're like $37.99 from Hasbro. But this is Mattel we're talking about. I would hope that 25 for the base figure with like an alternate head and some hands, and then 30 to 35 for the deluxe ultimate, whatever they want to call it. And this is also going to be called DC Universe, because Todd somehow still has the rights to the name DC Multiverse. I don't know what's up with that. What if, and I wouldn't want this to happen because I don't want bad behavior to get rewarded. But what if, because Todd still has that DC Multiverse line and he started churning out these figures that people actually wanted, not saying the prices are justified, not saying the scarcity, false scarcity and stuff are justified. But what if DC / Warner Brothers / Netflix / the Entertainment Mafia is seeing, oh, look how well these Mattel or these DC McFarlane Multiverse are selling now. Maybe we should let Todd keep the license and have a 1/10 and a 6.5 line running at the same time. Yeah, it ends in the middle of the year. But Mattel has said they can't use the DC Multiverse name for whatever reason. And his contract got like, I don't know if it got extended or we just misunderstood when it was ending, or if Todd like sold it to us the wrong way. But either way, Black Canary was announced a while ago in a rendered image. Okay. Y'all both said that. Okay, well, he rendered it. Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that. I think it was back at like one of the summer conventions, one of the big summer conventions. Same with Zatanna, and she just came out. So I'm sure Black Canary is around the corner, but he literally waited till the last year of his line to do these female figures. we all know the things he said. I don't need to repeat it. I've beat that dead horse. But you know, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to getting more than Marvel Legends on a regular basis. These are going to be affordable as far as we know. I do like DC. I do like DC. That's not represented in my collection at all because I sold every single McFarlane figure that I had, except for Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis, because I love Terry McGinnis. That's an actually decent figure. It's not a great figure. It's still got its Toddisms. But as far as Batman Beyond, the representation from the animated show and the continuation comic books, that is a good representation. We got the Mezco, which is great, very expensive. The Yamaguchi has the like kind of Arkham look. So later, CJ. Thank you for popping in, being a mod, being you, doing all that stuff. We're wrapping up here in about 9 minutes or so. I'm surprised. I always surprise myself how long I can talk. The first wave from them is super safe. It is super safe, but I really hope so. Do y'all remember that leaked prototype Batman figure that Mattel was showing off? The like right before they lost the license with like the mask down, Bruce Wayne head sculpt, mask up, all that stuff, accessories. I'm hoping they took that prototype, modernized it, retooled it, gave him like, I don't know. I really do like gray and blue Batman. Like, I don't know why, but that look has always been preferable to me, other than like the animated series and like certain things have, but like for a Batman action figure, I kind of want the gray and blue. I don't know. So I'm hoping that they stick with that color scheme. Def Toys, hello. I didn't know if you're leaving or just popping in or what, but hello, good to see you. Good to see you. But I'm okay with safe as long as the figures are good. Like Robin, Robin is my favorite, well, not Robin, Dick Grayson is my favorite DC character. So if we get a good Dick Grayson Robin, I will be happy. A good gray and blue Batman, I will be happy. A good Joker, I will be happy. And them being 6.5, which means I can get a shelf and put it right next to my Legends, that's even better. Hoping for neon green and orange, personally. Neon green and orange Batman. And then the Flash, you know, of course you have to get the Flash. I would love to have, like, that's the thing that pissed me off the most about McFarlane. I was collecting that shit for like the first 3.5 years of the line, and in that time I never got a full main Justice League roster. And then they announced Wonder Woman. It was like, you know, super hard to obtain. And I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'm out. And I'd always seen the problems with McFarlane and like touted them in the reviews and said this is an issue with that and all that stuff. But I'd had it at that point, and I was like, these aren't even my scale. I'm just gonna clear house. So I got rid of all that shit. Now with Mattel, I'm hoping they knock out the main roster of the Justice League. All right, so if they're doing Batman and the Flash, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Cyborg. That's like everybody in the first 4 waves, if they do it that way, which would be preferable. I don't want to have to wait 1.5 years to finish the Justice League. Oh, Stu, you had to do it, didn't you? Gifted 5 Rowdy Rouse memberships. Ah, Stu, you're the best. You really are the best.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
What happened to that one?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you've done this, Stu. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I can't see who the new channel members are, but welcome. Welcome to the Rowdy Rascals. 5 new members. We got members only live streams. We got members first reviews. I'm working on some other content for members only. So if you like what you see when you get that little free sample, you get that free fix, that free first hit, stick around. Because we have some awesome people here, like Stu. Thank you, Stu. You're keeping my memberships alive, honestly, and I appreciate you for it. Jeff waiting for the Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. Is that like the mismatched like Batman where he had like a fail-safe personality where if like something happened to his other personalities like Bruce Wayne and Batman, then it would kind of just kick in and just like start going ham on bad guys? That's that Batman, right? That's what I thought. See? I know DC. I like DC. But let me take that off the screen now. Did I cover everything that was on my thumbnail? I think I did. We got spooky, scary skeletons. We got Star Wars. We got Thundercats. Yeah, I think I covered it all. Did a good job. I did a good job. Toot toot my own horn. Let me see if there's anything else that pops my interest before we start wrapping this shindig up. I know there's other streams on Thursdays. It doesn't look like that. I think cool. I try, Leia. I really do. I feel like sometimes I just ramble, but are other skeletons the same ones being sold on 5K Toys? Well, you know what, Stu? Just for you. Because you gifted those channel memberships. We're gonna go to 5ktoys.com real quick. Wow. I shouldn't have done that. Let me Google skeletons. Let's see. Before yes. Yes. Those are the same ones, Stu. Where? Doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-wop. $3 down payment. Full price for each one is $20 plus shipping. Listen, Big Bad Toy Store, what the hell? These are $20 plus shipping, and you're charging $34? Oh, come on. See, I love Big Bad Toy Store, but then they do shit like this, and it makes me upset. That's infuriating. So don't buy them here, y'all. If you want these, go here. $3 deposit. I hope you win that Kong. You would love it. Yeah, well, I would love to get a Kong. I really would. Like, it's just, I want the 2.0 one, but if I win that one, screw it. That'll be my Kong. And then I want the Godzilla that you were waiting forever for, the 91 Godzilla, because that's the one I grew up with. That's the one I saw on TVs and on the VHSs I was renting from Blockbuster and shit. So that is a great look for Godzilla. But I would also be happy with the King of the Monsters Godzilla, or the whatever that, the Monsterverse Godzilla. I do like the way that Godzilla looks, but I really like the kind of like feline looking face of the like 90 Godzilla with the nose ridge, and he's got more than just lizard in his look. Oh, that's cool that that's in stock. Oh, I can't keep looking at toys. I gotta wrap this up. I gotta wrap this shindig up. It is the 2.0 Kong. Get it? That Godzilla is amazing. I know you've been waiting for him for a long time. 5K is a good company from my experience. I did buy a couple things from them, Def Toys. I got some Dawson. I got Dawson Yusuke, Dawson Inuyasha, and Dawson Rurouni Kenshin. And I like those figures. They're seamless. I ordered them. They came, and I believe they also have a U.S. warehouse, so you're not as impacted. Like $20 for those skeletons as opposed to $34. That's way better. I don't love BBTS. They're assholes because they didn't ship your Godzilla when they said they would. I know this, but see, the thing about Big Bad Toy Store is, okay, so I got the Wolverine and Storm 2-pack from them, the X-Men 97 2-pack, right? And this is always the case whenever there's something wrong with it. So I get my Wolverine and I look at him, and there's like I fixed it. You take an acetone, but there was like paint scuffs. There was like black and red paint on his back, on his front. So I fixed it, but I messaged Big Bad Toy Store. I was like, hey, this had some issues. And they refunded me because they didn't have another copy. And I used that to get something else from my pile of loot. So like, they'll do good by the consumers. So every once in a while, I don't mind paying the extra price. But then you get to, let me go back here for a second. Because I was looking at Rachel Summers on Amazon, and she's $29.99. But on Big Bad Toy Store, she's $27.99. Now you have to pay the tax and the shipping and all that stuff, but when you're shipping multiple things together, it doesn't hurt as much. And the reason why I was looking at Rachel Summers after not giving a shit, because I haven't read Excalibur, I have no experience with Excalibur, is because I didn't know this, but Rachel and Psylocke, Betsy, are kind of a thing. Like I think right now in the comics, she's Captain Britain right now, Psylocke, and I think that she's actually dating Rachel, or they were a thing at one point, and that made me just want to get Rachel because I was like, oh, that's cool. So now I kind of want Rachel, and then I have the Dark Phoenix body, and she comes with 2 heads, and so that the red and yellow Phoenix, and then I could put this head sculpt on that for the classic Rachel Summers Phoenix look, and then have this head sculpt. Where's the other one? Nope, they're still using the other one. That one on that Summer, and then I get essentially 2 characters out of 1. So when I get this Rachel Summers, I'm gonna get her from Big Bad Toy Store. So I couldn't from vertical stream, but the background looks awesome. Hell yeah. My R for BBTS goes well beyond that Godzilla, which is due the more just issues regarding GTS. BBT. I can't read. They're uncharging Haya Kong 1.0, even though he's been in stock for ages. They're applying tariffs and charges. Yeah, and it is kind of shady that they're doing that. So I get my toys where I can. I pre-order stuff. It comes in. I'm like, do I want it? Do I want it or not? If it's on Big Bad Toy Store and I'm getting it, I just stick it in my pile and forget about it. And that's the convenient thing. But like, yeah, at least they're not Entertainment Earth where they charge fucking $15 for shipping and then take 3 weeks to get it to you, because that's some bullshit. That's some real bullshit. Fuck Entertainment Earth for that. Not a sponsor. They wouldn't sponsor me after I said that. All right, y'all. It's been an hour. I'm just rambling at this point. So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you for popping in. I love seeing old faces, new faces, faces that I'm familiar with, but I don't usually see in here. I love all of it. It's great. I love the interaction. I love the comments. It keeps me on my toes. So I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate Stu for gifting those 5 new channel memberships. Yeah, we're almost to 4K. We are fucking 40 subscribers away from 4K. So help me out. Spread the word. We're gonna get there. Then we're giving away Moth X Spider-Man. So like this, subscribe if you're just watching in the background. You're new. You watch the whole thing. Just hit subscribe at this point. You have to. It's the law. I am the law. Do all that stuff. Keep your head up. Stay brave. Be kind to your local LGBTQ plus community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper 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 safe. I love y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
My safe word will be whiskey.
Sorry, Rod, what was that?
Whiskey.
Your friend's wasted, Anakin.
Check this out!
Pork chop sandwiches.
Freaking pump! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh, man, he hit his ass with a parking cone. Man, nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
No matter what you do, I will be proud of you, even if you receive a liberal arts degree. Baby time. It's baby time. It's wait, I wasn't finished.
All right, give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
You know my dad?
Oh,
G.I. Joe! What the fuck? This is my hat now. This is totally my hat.